Hi everybody, we are on air, my Beatles collection. Today I'd like to start with a shout out. I got a nice shout out today from Beatle Dave, who has a YouTube channel. And a couple of days ago I got a shout out from Beatle Dustino, Dustino. So I wanted to return the favor. They both have great channels. Check them out when you can. It's Beatle Dave and Beatle Dustino. They're both good guys, and they both have a nice channel. Today, I'm going to talk about some more picture discs / bootlegs. I got my rubber gloves on. A couple of pretty famous ones, a couple of not so famous ones. Maybe you've seen them, maybe you haven't. But let's start with Sweet Apple Tracks. That is Sweet Apple Tracks, the album. This is outtakes from both the Get Back / Let It Be sessions and also some Abbey Road stuff. So that's a pretty nice compilation there. There's a lot of jamming, a lot of the stuff you've heard on the Get Back video and so on. See the picture on the back there is from Twickenham when they first started at the first beginning of January. Before they moved over to Apple. This is the inside cover on that. So that's one side, all black and white photos. There's the other. And I'll show you what the vinyl looks like. As usual, I use the original master sleeve product, poly. Nice, keeps them nice and clean. And this is, well, I started with side 3 and 4 for some reason. Okay, and as you can see, the label was New Sound Records. There's two discs in here. I won't show you both of them because I'm going to show you the picture disc version. Let me take this out of the plastic. So that's the picture disc. So this would be equivalent to disc 1 of the regular black vinyl that I showed you. This is credited to Image Disc Incorporated. See down at the bottom. Both sides of the disc are the same picture, so I won't show you that. And now I'll let you focus on the titles. So this is disc 1. And again, equivalent to disc 1 in Sweet Apple Tracks. And coming up here is disc 2. And there's that picture disc. Should take it out, let you see it a little better. Really nicely done. Again, same picture on the B side. Again, Image Disc Incorporated. In both cases, limited to 1,000. And there's your song track. Some good stuff on here. All of these are earlier takes. None of these are the exact take that was on the final albums, but nice to have. Now I'm gonna go ahead to. There was in one of the videos I did the other day. There was a box set of bootleg CDs that were CDs that represented LPs that never were on official CDs. Here's one of those, and now on an unofficial picture disc. And that's called And Now the Beatles. And this is the backside. This has a different B-side. So I'll show you the tracks here. You might remember from the other day when I showed you this disc, it was on SR International label, and it was a red label. So here it's just a reference to SR, and there's another reference to SR down there, and there's the song tracks. So it's basically a hits compilation. Again, I don't buy picture discs to play them. I buy them because some of them I just really like. I think they're attractive. They're fun to have. They're sometimes hard to find. Here's another one. I don't have a CD version of this or an LP version of this, but I have a bootleg version of this. And this one is on Amiga, the Amiga label, and it's just called The Beatles. I'll give you a better look at it there. This is another compilation. Well, here's the song titles. Hopefully you can see that. There's some more info down the bottom. So, again, here's the full view of that. Again, none of these tracks are outtakes or anything. They're just, early stuff. She Loves You, Misery, Taste of Honey, up to I Want to Hold Your Hand, and Hard Day's Night. So, that's Amiga, the Beatles. I'm sure you're familiar with this album, but again, not necessarily on picture disc. Yesterday and Today, the U.S. Capitol album. The one that people said butchered the Beatles catalog, and then, of course, there was the Butcher album. I noticed the flesh of the meat and the dolls and the Beatles is all pinkish on this one. Makes them look even more sinister, I think, than on the original Butcher album. And what I said about Capitol butchering their catalog had absolutely nothing to do with that picture. That's just what folklore has become. But anyway, that is the traditional tracks from the U.S. Capitol Yesterday and Today album. Nice to have that on a picture disc. I want to show you one now that I think might be the most attractive picture disc in my collection. I got a little man love for this picture. I think that's an awesome LP cover. That's the front cover. This album is called Alternate Rarities. That's the back cover. There's the track list. Those are familiar track names, but they are all alternate versions. They have the Apple logo on the bottom. It says credited to Parlophone. Special limited edition Beatles fan club. I'm pretty sure that's all BS. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a bootleg. But here's the picture disc. Same picture. I mean, is that sweet? That is a cool looking picture disc, I think. And the back looks like the back of the album. Crystal clear. I mean, really, it's not as clear in the screen here as it is in person, but same print, top and bottom. Just I don't know. I love it. When I saw that, I'm like, I gotta have that one. That's pretty cool. And here's the last one for today. I'll start with the vinyl version. So this one is, a lot of people have seen this in vinyl. This is Beatles Broadcast. And actually, in one of my CD bootleg sets that I showed earlier, I don't know, maybe last week, this was one of them with a slightly different cover on CD. This is the back. And there's your track list. And this one is all BBC stuff. So it's all from different programs on BBC, and it goes all the way up to She's a Woman, I'm a Loser, I Feel Fine. So it goes up to that era, but it starts with the traditional BBC, even the Hamburg stuff. It's not the Hamburg recordings, but the songs Carol, Soldier of Love, Lend Me Your Comb, Clarabella, I Got a Woman, Sure to Fall. Those are all songs that they did in Hamburg. Some of them they did on the Decca audition, and they did them on the BBC. And then some of the later tracks that were after they were a worldwide hit, they still started playing some of those. There's a note here. It says about these recordings. You can pause the screen if you want to read through that, or if you want to read through the track listing again. And this was on a label called Broadcasts, and it credits the Beat Brothers, probably because when they had it pressed in a pressing factory, pressing plant, they probably didn't want it to say the Beatles. The cover, I'm sure, was done in a separate place, so the cover was okay to say the Beatles, but perhaps the record was not, so that's how they did it. They called it Broadcasts by the Beat Brothers. Now I'm showing it here because there happens to be a picture disc version, and here it is. I guess this is supposed to, I don't know, this is supposed to line up, I guess, these lines, like, kind of like that. Yeah, it's close. Both sides of this jacket are open, so you can see the picture disc. Of course, the pictures aren't lined up. You'd have to spin this around to get these pictures to be straight, so I'll just take it out of the jacket. So that's the jacket with with nothing in it, and there's the record. So again, it looks just like the black vinyl version. There's the song titles and the message that I showed you over here by my finger. Try to get that glare out of there for you. So that's the Beatles broadcast. I have a bunch more bootlegs. I have a bunch more of the picture discs. Some cases I only have the picture disc version. Some cases I only have the bootleg black vinyl. I don't have both. So I'll try to spread them out so we can look at them on a couple of different shows. On the next show, I'm going to get back to, just for 2 more shows, I'm going to get back to the bootleg CD box sets. This one is the Parlophone Archive Part 2. That's the front. That's the back. And this one is the Americas Archive. Now remember, each of these has a bunch of CDs, usually 16 or 18 in each one. The Americas, I mentioned this in another video, the Americas Archive is not the American Archive, it's the Americas Archive, which means it's non-US stuff. It's primarily Latin America. So there's a lot of Spanish language print, several pressings from Mexico and South America. So that's an interesting box set. I'm going to get back to those. I wanted to break up the CD bootleg box set videos with some of these picture discs and bootlegs. I did one other video yesterday on some other picture discs, and this is part 2. I'll get back to this topic at some later point, and I'll be shooting a bunch of new videos. I'm gonna probably next week. I'll be doing some just memorabilia. So I'll be getting away from the music for a while and showing you some of the memorabilia that I have. So I'm looking forward to doing that, and hopefully you are too. So if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up like button. Certainly comment. Whether you like it or not, comment please. And don't forget the shout out, Beatle Dave, Beatle Dustino. And don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you again next time. Bye.